response.
No problem, Mr.
Chairman.
You said Alfredo Andrews and Charles H., right? To go to the complex.
Right.
And the report here from the disability rights, Amelia Headley,
Right.
Lamont, is saying that it's a grade A at Alfredo Andrews. Why would you make that change?
Because Alfredo Andrews is electrical issues. This report only reflects ADA compliance issues.
Gotcha.
And Alfredo, you are running canal about the place and all that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Only because we didn't have the power to do this. But we don't have the power.
So are you making a motion or what?
That's my motion. Second.
Yeah, in response to somebody's question, not as part of your motion.
Okay, my motion is to consolidate Alfredo Andrews Elementary School along with Charles H. Elementary School precincts and consolidate them to one polling place at the Sequoia Educational Complex. So,
I second that.
I have a concern if I may object. I don't know if we want to try to incorporate the use of the same school facility next door, which is the vocational complex, for the reason that we can spread out the population in different precincts. If I know from the principal of the vocational complex, what are the problems or difficulties there that we have, if we can do it, maybe we can enlarge the site.
Are you amending the motion?
I'm asking, I'm not amending the motion, I'm just making a concern that I'm raising, because Mr. Williams said he hasn't been on the educational vocational complex site here, so he don't know. So if none of us here know it yet, so we're voting to put it one place, and that's my concern. I'm not saying I'm against moving them in. One have a aid, Mr. Williams explained how electrical problem and a bunch of extension cards. So nature was not the same thing, and he replied and said, because of the power outage. So I'm saying, if we have a site that is alternate, that don't have an electrical problem and meet the ADA compliance in the school, the vocational educational complex is right at the same acreage of land. How would make that so? I'm not saying don't do it.
I can look at it, and from my memory, and that site is only primarily have classrooms, and they have a library, but the library on the second floor, so they don't have any auditoriums, cafeterias. All of those things are central between both schools.
Well, yes, Mr. Ross?
Yeah, I'm not speaking. I have a problem with the motion, so because I'm not. We're moving from Alfredo Andrews because quote electrical problems. Alfredo Andrews, Paul B. Larson, and Henderson basically constructed the same way. If we're going to move from Alfredo Andrews because we have to run extension cords to activate the equal books, are we going to do the same thing from Henderson? Are we going to do the same thing at Henderson and at Paul B that has the same structural configuration? I have a problem with that. I thought the electrical problems have to do with the failure of the education department to wire the place properly or have some. I can see that as an issue. But relocating that precinct for a reason that could easily apply to Henderson or Paul B for me is problematic at this stage of the game. I don't have no problem with relocating Charles H, because that's what we did in the past. Because it was, as you can see from this report, it has a D+. But I have a problem with opening Pandora's box by relocating Alfredo Andrews. So those are basically my comments on that.
Any further discussion? Motion roll call to relocate the two schools that was mentioned to the educational complex.
The way to go down and expand on that because at Henderson, how far do you run the electrical cords in Henderson?
At Henderson, we have to run an
from their classrooms?
electrical cord from the bottom of the stage in the front, under all the chairs to the front of the cafeteria, so that we can surface the e-books. And we have to have extension cords from the water cooler extensions along the back of the wall to power the water machines. So, the structures are basically the same.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Yeah, well, but the difference at Alfredo, you have to remember outside the auditorium from some classrooms inside. Because the outlets, well, here you have to have them on the kitchen to run outlets from inside the kitchen. That's the experience.
There's no outlet.
There are outlets that
at the bottom of the
work.
stage.
No, those didn't work.
Well, the obligation of the Department of Education.
Well, I'm just telling you the experience was. I don't mind. I mean, that was emotional. I'm willing to.
The obligation of the Department of Education, which, based on our request to the supervisor, is that they fix it. Not for us to relocate people inside and disadvantage of owners. And that's my concern. And particularly at this late stage of the game. This was done 6 months ago when we could send out public notification and let everybody know. Alfredo Andrews is what? Clifton Hill, Martin Channel. And we'll have to notify all those communities that they're moving at this stage of the game. I have a problem with that, really. But the electrical problem needs to be fixed. Not really relocate that particular site.
And if I could add, these are the same people who were affected by the primary that said they had problems with getting to the polls of the area. So again, move it. The issue, I mean, if we're moving Henderson, fine, and I can get up off my knees to something on the table.
Well, I mean, that, because you're right, because if all the schools are going to entertain the same issues, yeah, I'll fix it after, but not for this election. But, yeah, I'll amend the motion to remove Alfredo Anderson. If you remove the second. So,
Motion
so
was
just,
removed and the second was removed.
Just to consolidate charges as
just a move, Calvin.
and it's not complex.
Yeah, no.
So which one you relocating?
Just Charles H.
Just charges.
So the motion is to relocate Charles Ed to educational complex. Clear? Yes, sir. Mr. Moyer.
How would a letter be drafted to the Department of Education on this particular subject with the electrical issues?
The board have responsibility to notify the voting population of relocation of voting places.
Well, the electrical, because he's saying that the classroom, he has to run electricity from the classrooms. Right?
Yeah, but then that's
that
not
needs to be solved.
because Mr. Ross and Mr. Moyer is saying those schools are designed basically it's a card in the card, except that Mr. Williams is saying the rating from the report gives this particular school a D as opposed to the condition electric card. So basically what I'm saying, we are obligated, the board and super election are obligated to notify the voting public as to the relocation of the voting places or polling places and precincts. So they will have, and we will have to do that in time, sufficient enough notification before the general election.
He was asking about, if I may, supervisor notifying the board of election about fixing the
Education.
To tell you what the card?
No, they want to fix the outlets, them that are destroyed in Alfredo Andrews. We were at grade A, by the way. We had a grade A. We just need to fix those outlets.
Well, then we can send something to the superintendent and campaign the commercial education. Because the superintendent is writing saying, go ahead, commissioners in town, so we can send both of them a notice about it.
Just need to fix the outlets.
All right, no problem. Yes, Mr. Ross.
I like to, the last election, general election, Charles was transferred to the complex. This board is reaffirming that policy. I'd like to amend the motion, therefore, to also reaffirm the policy of relocating St. John's to Belmarco.
No problem.
So I'd like to amend the motion.
Second.
Any objection? Hearing,
This is amendment for the charges to the company.
No, he said St. George.
St. John's,
Yeah, I know, but it's an amendment to
The original motion.
So, is there any objection to the amendment to the original motion? Hearing none, so all the forum being present. Any other discussion on that? Before we move on, any further, Mrs. Fox, we had a requirement of a member from the Mr. John Joseph and John. I haven't seen him in the room.
I apologize, Mr. Chief.
Yes, sir.
Before we get off of this topic, I'm troubled by the fact that this report was done, and there was no, I don't know if there was any presence of the election system when the report was being conducted. Because I know that they took pictures of a bathroom that we don't use on election day. I know in the past when they did the report in 2010, we had requested to accompany them so that we could show them what it is we did. And when the federal government came down and did an assessment for ARPA, for ADA compliance, we also requested to accompany them so that they didn't go and take pictures of the wrong area and accuse us of being deficient. So I just put it on the record that some of this does not reflect what we do.
I agree with you, except Mr. Ross. If the page of Alex from second shows us a lot of misinformation, these are not the property of the whole election system. I don't see anyone here that Ms. Hildy Lamont, as the executive director, copied the Department of Education and Procurement as to the needs to come up to the standard. So we are only going over it today, and I think we can find out from Ms. Lamont in the Stability Rights Center if in fact she notified the government of the Virgin Property Procurement and the Department of Education as to the findings, because it is Mr. Figueroa and another young lady, Mr. Archie Jennings, the attorney, and one Figueroa, the advocate. So this is basically telling me that we are the ones that are sending it to. We don't have no real control of the property. I don't know if she intend to or she sent a blind copy to them to say, well, hey, Mrs. Barnes, hey, Mr. Commissioner, Superintendent, this is why I sent the Board of Education, Board of Election. Let's see what they're going to do. We need to know what they did, since they know about these things, because they're the one in the everyday access to the society. So I think we can find out from Mrs. Lamont or if they notify the Board of Education or the Commission of Education Superintendent. Yes, ma'am.
Can we just skip that and have Ms. Fox copy the Board of Education with this letter? We received this, and these are our concerns. We don't need to go back and ask them or anything. That's just prolonged.
Well, I don't have a
Whether
problem.
she copied it or not, they'll have another copy and some of that.
Well, what we can do is copy Ms. Lamont and we send it to some places. We don't know she's sending the either. So when you send a letter to Ms. Education and Superintendent and Board of Election, let them know that Ms. Lamont also know we send this information to them. So she will know that we know now that everybody is notified.
Just for information, my reasons for my comment, one of the reasons for my comment is then on page 18, where they have a picture of a bathroom at the Rivera School, and gave the school a D+. No.
That's not the school. That's for the previous school. That's what I'm showing you now.
What previous school?
No.
It says go to Rivera.
Your lobby is down here.
Yeah.
That picture is for this school. Alexander Henderson.
No.
We're talking about the picture.
Oh, I meant it's
I'm talking. So Rivera, you flip it over.
right. Okay. So the,
They took a picture of that bathroom. If you're in Rivera, does not have an ADA compliant bathroom in that school, it should be closed down. So they have to have taken a picture of the wrong bathroom. And I know that's a fact.
That was very correct. We will give them a copy of education and
That's what triggered my comment.
what? We can have trees outside.
That's what we're going on here.
Mrs. Fox, you finished with your reports? I have a question here though. When you're here, before you go. finish your work and duty. There's nothing to report on enforcement other than questions. I have a question because I'm concerned about notice that came from the Supreme Court to the Superior Court to notify whether the name yourself. Remove Mr. Hans from the ballot have missed. Has been notified in writing pursuant to the President's Court as of we speak right now, yeah?
Yes, she has.
She has been. You supply to the copy of the letter of police. Okay. Because I don't want to get caught on the line. Is there any member here that have received a copy of the two documents, the Supreme Court and the Superior Court documentation? Anybody here haven't seen it? Okay, Mrs. Whitaker, you say email it to the members? Will email the Superior Court also?
What you mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying procedurally, basically, Mrs. Tony Salisbury should have provided Mrs. Fox on the board of the copy because it's noted in the mention on the bottom the parties shall receive notice. So I don't want Mrs. Fox to be caught in the fact that she didn't see here that Attorney Salisbury didn't make it available. But she was the one that's supposed to make it available. That's why you say you have one now. And Mr. Terrell, you have one, you would email to the members?
I would like a hard copy, Mr. Chairman.
I have a copy.
Well, I have some here for going down.
Salisbury gave me a copy on Thursday.
I work with a people going down. And I don't want to be the one to put Mrs. Fox in jeopardy.
I got a copy from Attorney Salisbury Thursday, St. Thomas, Supreme Court order.
This is- yeah,
And I
this
got
is
the
right.
one here.
We all have copies.
You all have that?
Let's have a glass.
You want one of these?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we got a copy of the letter.
Which one you don't have?
I don't have that
Which is that? Supreme Court?
document that,
The Supreme Court is yes.
35 pages.
The one here, that's 35 pages for you.
That's why I just got the letter.
This is Superior Court order. Who else don't have one now?
Everybody
Let me
has
see it,
that.
I'll let you know if I have
So
it.
everybody have one.
This is my one, this is my one. The 2-page.
You don't have one of these.
I have this.
Oh,
I
okay.
got a 2-page, I got this big one, so we got.
So who else don't have the Supreme Court and the Superior Court? But who have everything now? Okay, good. So we are straight to. Well, we informed about the government pardon. The governor can direct the vote of the The governor could direct his employees, he could direct their
Look, can we get this focus here?
Yeah, he asked me a question.
No, you were in the wrong.
So we can't answer some questions.
No, because you are wrong with that.
Okay, now, who wants to run with it? TC asked me, Mr. Tumba. Anyway, who else don't have one of these?
Rule this question on the order, Mr. Chair.
Okay, no. Since nobody does it.
I am satisfied.
I don't even think.
D.
No, he's not here, so we go to.
Okay, let's move on now. What's the next item? E.
D.
That's item E now.
What about D?
He said it and then.
Oh, not here? Passing D? E.
Item E.
What's your chair?
Yeah, what? That's not.
I'm looking for something. The guy came last Thursday and he looked, he sent an email, maybe he couldn't make it today, but he looked and he said audio capability is okay, they can run the audio outside. So he sent an email with that this morning.
In addition to that, in addition to that, he is the supervisor, right?
Yes.
But the gentleman that works under him that usually here, he knows about
Yes, there are no Mr. In fact, Tanya Singh is the one that emailed me this morning and says it's approved. So I'll bring
it.
it
And
back.
for the record
I'll bring it
too,
back.
they're going to be able to let us know what they require, and they'll have everything to do that. Okay, thank you. So basically what we're trying to do is to get channel 12, to have the audio and speech and the video available. And the gentleman that you saw, John, he's the one that came to meet with us to address the availability of the results and the audio in the back. Next item again was the next item on the agenda is E, right? E. What this basically is about is, I think, the first Sunday. The Sunday after the primary election, Mr. Ross and Mrs. O'Neill started, the also the father was not here at the time, and they made notes on rotation of the procedure, how we had to open the ballots and stuff that was here. And that's basically how come up Mr. Milado would basically tell us how we would do the procedure. Mrs. Vice President O'Neill, please proceed.
What's the purpose of this?
I said the purpose of it is for Mrs. O'Neill, the Vice Chairman, who was here when they started with the ballot machine, to bring us up to the because we were taking notes of what we were doing from this Sunday to the last Sunday when the election certification took place. Because we were here and she was taking notes, and now Mr. Ross who started taking notes. So they put all the notes that they took together, and I asked Mrs. Whitaker to do it. Mrs. Whitaker didn't get a chance to. So Mrs. O'Neill, the Vice Chairman, have the information to present to us. If you want to waive the presentation, you can do that. You want to listen to us. We need it because we have to have a record of what we did. Yes, ma'am.
Let me summarize and then you all can do the whole video.
That we waive the reading of it and have Ms. O'Neill summarize it, because all of us know what to take, and if anybody from the public wants to.
Motion to waive the complete reading and have my O'Neill summarize it. The motion is made. Their second, roll call.
No objection.
Yeah, objection. Right. But you don't make the when we don't have to wait it, let's go. Call the roll, let's go.
Waive the reading of the audit report.
Final position.
Summarize the report.
Yeah, well, we're talking about this report.
So that's what I'm, right?
No.
So what I'm on off. These Alex Moore. So you have it on it.
Yes.
Wait, they'll be wrong.
Yes.
And Webb say yes. So Raymond, do it.
Yes.
Affirmative.
Okay, 5 years, 2 nay. Mrs. O'Neill, proceed with your synopsis of the report, please.
Thank you.
Hold on a minute, please. Hold on, please. We're speaking of the report that Mr. Ross mentioned, right? This one.
So that's summarize.
Well, I want to make sure we get it right. This, and another one here. This, you know,
That's the second.
this is that, okay, perfect. So basically, what you have in your packet is this paper on this report, right? This is on it? Good. So we don't want us to think that we're taking away, only we can't hide anything from anybody. This report represents this type of. This is Whitaker.
Just for clarity, because I think you represented that Ms. Bellado gave me this report to type up. I just want to know when did that happen.
Mr. Chair, I don't want to
Hold,
that.
hold,
I
hold,
want my
please.
summary on this
Could you
procedure.
hold up a minute, please?
Just for the purpose of the record, since we have.
Could you
it on
hold,
record.
Mrs. Whitaker, you have a tendency to keep interrupting me after to
Exactly,
hold
you
on.
know.
You need to wait until you recognize. We don't want to have no back and forth. This far we gone fairly smooth. So please wait until Mrs. O'Neill finishes the report. And at the end of the meeting, you have the chance to put on the record the. So please don't interrupt when Mr. O'Neill is making a record. We will get to that stage when we get there, please. You proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Summary.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to say that this report, I came up with the idea of making sure that everything that we did was recorded for the transparency of how we voted the absent, we counted the absentee ballot and also the walk-in ballots. We had an outline which was agreed by the members that were present. Of course, you came in late. When you came in late, you'd already started. I would like to thank all the members of the board that took the time to participate in the counting, which was very tedious, very hard, but we did it, and everybody participated in the good faith. It was decided on primary night that we would come in here on Sunday, which was the following day at 1 o'clock, to continue the walk-in absentee ballot and the write-in counting. We adopted the procedure that we will take all the ballots, make batches, come up with the batches of 25 each. We put those batches apart, and then after the batches, and everybody have a copy, so you can proceed with that. And we had the batches of 25, so there was a total of 15 batches, 25 in envelopes, and one batch of 18 walk-in envelope. And this was, like I said, transparency for here present, so that they know the process that we took, the time that we took to make sure that every ballot, every envelope, and every affidavit was counted for. When the process was completed, the St. Croix Board of Election had 2 precincts, batches of 24, 8 precincts of batches of 25. Awesome. Yeah.
Hello. Don't listen to this. I asked for something. That's all version of a summary. That's what you do. I asked
Forget, don't read the report then.
One precinct of
because I asked for a summary.
and one of 22, and one of 16. The total questionable ballot was 13. And August, Monday 4th, we came back and we continue with the counting of the ballots. And you can see on page 3 how it went. Special note was that we found that one envelope was in the box, did not have an affidavit nor a ballot. We had much discussion over that. We told the chairman that could be sent to the Attorney General for any further decision. And by the time we finished, which was the following Sunday, which is September. I'm sorry. Sorry. We finished covering everything. We had everything covered. We started with 393 walk-in envelopes. We accounted for each and every one of them. And then we had 121 plus absentee ballot. We accounted for each and every one of them. And like I said, we only had one questionable ballot envelope that did not have a ballot or a affidavit. So the report concluded with all of us, with the exception of the chairman, certifying the election, the primary election. So voted to certify the election based on our report and our counting and the time that it was taken for us to do that. I'd like to also thank the staff who stayed with us and did the reporting of the final reporting of every ballot as we did it, and also of the letter stating that we were certifying the election. And that's the summary of my report.
5 minutes. That's
Each
actually
one of
summary.
you have a copy. You can go home and read it and spare time, take it to the bathroom and read it when you go to the bathroom or whatever. But if the public needs a copy, it'll be up to the chairman to provide them with a copy. And again, I'd like to thank everyone, and I'd like to thank the administrative assistant for typing this, because my writing is not as good as you can understood, but you did understood everything. So thank you very much. That's it.
That's good. Thank you. How many pages of report? Well, anyway, 15. Well, we have 15 pages more or less. So That's a synopsis of it. Say you want a synopsis, this is a new version of synopsis. Could have been longer, so you want to have everybody on the table to confirm. Absent members having a copy who can provide a copy of the full because it is in fact a public document anybody wants to scrutinize and examine it. I think we have addressed items F. Sorry. Yes, sir, sorry about that.
I'd like to commend the Vice Chair for this comprehensive work.
Thank you. Same here. All of us. We now move to item. We did F already. Multi-voter registration. You have to set this month anyway. September 29th, 30th, and October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
But those days represent what, especially in the evening registration?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool.
Because we require to.
I agree. I move that we accept those days and then.
Anybody objection? Mrs. Mohammed?
Somebody just second.
Second, 5 members present, a quorum. The dates we agreed on was voter registration monthly, coming to the last day for voter registration, September 29th and 30th, 2014, and October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2014, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and October 4th to the 5th, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. is on the other. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman, again, I would like to emphasize, and I know you all have repeated this, but I think it's very important that we have a blast on the radio in Spanish and English every so often to remind people that we have this registration after 5 o'clock, so that there will be no reason for anyone out there saying, well, we couldn't get to register because you close at 4. So I believe we have to really advertise this registration date.
Ms. Whitaker is here, we can get some PSAs and some paid
Spanish.
advertisement. Yeah, well, hold on a minute, they don't